At 72, Margaret does one exercise every morning that builds what most people need 3 different workouts for. 6 months ago, she couldn't get off the floor without help. Her daughter was touring assisted living facilities. Today, she plays on the floor with her grandkids, carries her own groceries, and just went on a hiking trip. If you're over 60 and tired of choosing between strength training, cardio, or stretching, because who has time for all 3? What Margaret discovered might change everything. You've probably noticed things getting harder. Your knees protest when you get out of the car. You avoid sitting on the floor because getting up is embarrassing. You're losing grip strength for easily opening jars, carrying groceries, or holding onto your grandkids. Maybe you've tried finding solutions. Your doctor said exercise more, but never showed you how. The gym felt intimidating. All those machines, all those young people. And online? Every fitness video seems made for someone half your age doing movements you can't even imagine attempting. But does rebuilding strength really have to be complicated? Margaret proves that it doesn't when she discovers the 12 movements that changed everything. And it only takes 10 minutes to do without having to pay for expensive sessions. These movements are called Sun Salutations, or Surya Namaskar. They've been practiced for over 2,500 years, and there's a reason they've lasted. They work. A 24-week study showed improvements in muscle strength, endurance, and body composition to optimal levels in seniors. Now here's the best part. Even if you're thinking, I'm too stiff, I'll look silly, or I'm too old to start, these movements have beginner versions you can do right now today. I'm going to show you all 12 movements, plus a 30-day challenge with strategies to safely progress at your pace. Now let's learn these movements. Every posture of sun salutation carries both a symbolic meaning and a practical physiological effect. As you flow through each movement, all 3 pillars of fitness are trained together within a single conscious sequence, something traditional workouts rarely achieve. The breathing pattern for these exercises is simple. Inhale when opening or lifting. Exhale when folding or lowering. Ideally, breathe in and out through your nose throughout the entire sequence. This filters and warms the air, regulates your pace naturally, and helps maintain focus. However, if you need more air, especially when building repetitions, breathing through your mouth is perfectly fine. Start standing tall in mountain pose. Feet hip-width apart, grounding evenly through all 4 corners of your feet. Breathe naturally here. This pose symbolizes stability and balance, the foundation of your practice and of strength in life. Physically, mountain pose activates your postural muscles, especially stabilizers in your legs, core, and back. Unlike isolated gym exercises, this creates functional strength that supports all movement. It builds body awareness, teaching you to engage muscles mindfully and stand with confidence and alignment. This grounded stability sets the stage for the dynamic strength and flexibility to come in the rest of the sequence. Now, moving into the sun salutation sequence, inhale and sweep your arms up overhead into upward salute. Reach your arms high, opening your chest wide while keeping shoulder blades drawing down your back to avoid shrugging. Lengthen through the sides of your body. This pose represents reaching upward and opening your heart, embracing growth, energy, and openness. It strengthens the arms and improves circulation. Exhale and fold forward at the hips into a standing forward bend. Let your head hang heavy. Relax your neck and jaw fully. For many seniors, bending the knees generously here protects the hamstrings and lower back. Keeping knees softly bent throughout the practice is often the best form for staying safe and comfortable. This is a surrendering pose, symbolizing humility and releasing tension. It deeply stretches hamstrings and also calms the nervous system. Inhale as you lift halfway up into halfway lift, lengthening your spine and placing your hands on your shins or thighs. Press firmly into your feet and draw your shoulder blades down and back to open your chest. To keep your spine healthy and strong, place hands higher up, on thighs or even knees, if needed, to avoid rounding your back. This moment of awareness awakens the body and mind, symbolizing clarity and focus. Now exhale and step your right leg back into a low lunge. Keep your front knee over your ankle, fingertips to the mat, or hands supported on blocks for ease. You may also lower your back knee onto a folded blanket for comfort. This pose represents taking a confident step forward in life, balancing stability with courage. It opens the hips, stretches the thighs, and improves overall leg mobility, especially important for healthy walking stride. Step back into a low plank called four-limbed staff pose. Lower halfway with control. To protect your shoulders and maintain strength, many seniors find dropping the knees before lowering helpful. Alternatively, skip the lowering and move directly into the plank and then belly before continuing. This pose builds strength and discipline, symbolizing control and endurance while strengthening upper body muscles. Inhale as you slide forward into Cobra pose. Lift your chest gently, using your back muscles more than your hands, keeping elbows bent and shoulders relaxed. Keep your lower ribs connected to the floor to protect your spine. If you feel any discomfort, keep this lift very gentle, just a few inches off the floor. This back bend represents awakening and renewal, opening the heart and inviting courage. Exhale and lift your hips high and into downward facing dog. Form an inverted V with your body. Spread your fingers wide and press firmly through your palms. Lengthen your spine by lifting hips up and back. It's okay to keep knees bent and heels lifted if needed. For extra comfort or recovery, replacing this pose with child's pose is an excellent way to rest while staying engaged. This pose encourages grounding, rejuvenation, and gaining a fresh perspective. It stretches calves, hamstrings, and shoulders while energizing the whole body. Now inhale and step your right leg forward into low lunge again, this time on the opposite side. Step or carefully walk your feet forward into halfway lift, avoiding jumps. Then exhale and fold forward deeply into standing forward bend, remembering to keep knees bent. Inhale as you sweep your arms back overhead into upward salute, reaching tall. Finally, exhale and return to mountain pose, standing tall, grounded, and steady. Remember to synchronize your breath with your movement. Inhale to open and lift. Exhale to fold and lower. This rhythm supports smooth flow through the sequence, even when it's challenging. Each posture works your body differently, stretching some muscles while strengthening others, and keeping your heart rate moving steadily. This balanced approach builds total fitness faster and smarter than splitting your time between separate workouts for strength, stretching, and cardio. I'll show you a realistic progression plan with the right daily protocols that respect your body's adaptation needs. Graying with Grace, a website focused on practical senior fitness, recommends 10-minute sun salutation sessions as a complete routine for older adults. That's approximately 12 rounds. This is the sweet spot where you get strength, cardio, and mobility benefits without excessive joint stress or recovery demands. Here's your 30-day progression to reach 12 rounds. You'll start with just one round on day 1. Every 2 to 3 days, you add one more round. Rest days are built in every 7th day, and these aren't optional. This is when your body actually gets stronger. By week 2, you're at 4 to 6 rounds, about halfway to your goal. Week 3 takes you to 7 to 9 rounds. And by week 4, you reach your target of 12 rounds in 10 minutes. Now here's how to set yourself up for success each day. Number 1. Preparation starts the night before. Get 8 hours of sleep. Your muscles heal and your mind resets during the deep rest. Eat clean, nutritious foods. Avoid alcohol. It dehydrates you and slows recovery. Number 2. Practice works best in the morning. That's when you're fresh, energized, and have recovery time throughout the day. Eat a light breakfast about 2 hours before you start. Something simple like a banana or oatmeal. Skip heavy meals. They'll cause nausea during forward folds. Number 3. Set up your space with intention. Lay out a few towels, you'll sweat more than you expect. Keep water and electrolytes nearby. Make sure there's room to step forward and back freely. And play music that inspires you, not distracts you. Number 4. Find your way to count rounds. Some people use mala beads, move 1 bead per round. Others make tally marks, crossing off each set as they go. Or count in small groups of 3 or 4 rounds to stay focused. Whatever feels natural, use it. Number 5. The pacing secret most beginners miss. Start slower than feels necessary. This isn't a race, it's endurance. Go slow, stay steady, and you'll last longer than you think. Now let's dive into 5 safety strategies to prevent injury as you perform the movements and progress to doing all 12 rounds of the sun salutations. Number 1. Never ignore sharp pain. It matters. The fundamental rule is simple. Never force through sharp pain. Discomfort during effort is expected. That's muscles working. Sharp pain signals injury and must be avoided. If you feel sharp pain on day 12, drop back to day 10's round count and progress more slowly. Number 2. Hydrate to perform your best. Hydration becomes increasingly important as you add rounds. Start your practice well hydrated. Keep water nearby during the rounds 6 and above. This prevents cramping and supports recovery. Number 3. Adjust poses to feel good and stay safe. Protect your joints with modifications. Bend knees and forward folds to safeguard hamstrings. Drop knees during the push-up position to save shoulders. Widen your stance in downward dog to reduce wrist strain. Use child's pose whenever needed. Pausing between rounds is wisdom, not weakness. Listen to your body's signals. Some days, the previous day's round count will feel harder than before. This means your body needs more adaptation time. Repeat that day's count instead of advancing. Number 4. Breathe fully. Energize every movement. Proper breathing naturally increases energy by generating internal heat and rhythmic oxygen flow. The key difference between this practice and conventional exercise is conscious control. Avoid turning sun salutations into mindless repetitions by staying present throughout all 30 days. Number 5. Respect rest and recovery. Real strength grows when you give your body time to rest. Especially as you build up your rounds, be sure to take full rest days. No sun salutations or intense movement. At least once a week. Good sleep helps your muscles heal and your mind reset. You now have the complete 12 movement sequence, the 30-day challenge, and practice protocols, plus strategies to do the movements safely. Remember, this isn't about extreme achievement. It's about discovering sustainable strength through consistent practice. And since you've made it this far, I have a gift for you. I've created a free printable guide that shows all 12 movements in easy-to-follow illustrations, and a 30-day calendar should you choose to challenge yourself and progress to all 12 rounds of the sun salutations. To get your copy, just drop the word Surya in the comments and I'll send it to you. Don't forget to drop your name and where you're watching this from in the comments. I'd love to know more about you. If you found this helpful, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos on evidence-based fitness approaches after 50.